Well, I've just finished my session at Hury reservoir. It's now 5 p.m. and I've had another very enjoyable day. I started by missing a couple of good rises. I don't know how I managed to miss those because they looked really sound, and then it took quite a bit longer for me to get a small rainbow trout, which unfortunately had swallowed the fly so far down its gullet. There was no easy removal of the fly without damaging the fish. Normally I would cut the line short and let the fish just dispose of the fly itself, which they can do quite easily, but what had happened is this was the only particular fly I'd got like that, which I thought, well, if I lose that fly I might be losing my main fish killer, but as it happened it didn't matter. So I went to a piece where there's a little bit of a run-in with a beck, where there's often nice big rainbows mixed in with little brown trout, which they turned out to be, and lost a couple of fish there and landed a couple of small brown trout. And then a lot later on I put on one of my old favourite rainbow flies from the past, a great big sort of yellowy white bushy thing with a bead head as an attractor, and I'd got a small nymph-like pattern with a bright red head on the tail, and that worked a treat. You'll see if you persevere and watch the video towards the end that I landed 4 good rainbow trout and lost 2 others. So please think about, well, don't think about it, just do it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please have a look at some of my other videos. Thank you. So bye for now. Hury Reservoir in a fantastic, beautiful setting. It's a bit like driving to Blencarn though. The last 3 or 4 miles of the roads are pretty dodgy. You have to keep your wits about you to avoid having the surprise of your life or a nasty accident. Anyway, there seems to be a very good stocking policy with this reservoir, that every week or so they put some fresh fish in, which gives you a mixture of old timers that have been in there for quite a while, together with some new blood. It was a very bright day on a lot of still waters with so much sun. It'd be quite difficult to catch fish on dry fly, but the strong peaty water here, I think, acts almost like a pair of amber sunglasses as far as the fish are concerned, and enables you to get fish in even these bright conditions. I had my action cam strapped to the side of my head, which is, occasionally you see bits of the white orb with the hair fluttering in the breeze, but thanks to the wide strap I ended up getting sunburnt on the top of the head. Here I've just hooked quite a nice fish. This little devil, as I explain later on, it sucked the fly in. And yet I missed some really stunningly good rises. If they actually took the fly down. Quite often with dry fly fishing for rainbows and sometimes brown trout, you can get the most amazing looking rise, and if you do absolutely nothing, you find the fly is still sitting on top of the water. It's never actually gone under. I've had days in the past with Hury where the fish take the flies with so much gusto, you actually don't need to do anything. They just grab it, draw it, and swim off at great speed. So this is it for me droning on. I'll let you enjoy the rest of it with commentary as it happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Well, that last fish had swallowed the fly so far down I couldn't even reach it with the forceps without killing a fish. Luckily the ticket I've got allows me to take one fish, so rather than have it suffer any more, I banged it on the head, and I'll eat that tomorrow. It's extraordinary that I've missed 3 good rises, and that fish I didn't see it take. It must have just gently sucked it in, and yet was right the way down its throat. And the other takes, I would have thought for sure I would have at least felt the fish. Anyway, I say I killed it. If the next fish does the same thing, I'll just have to cut the line short and let it get rid of it in its own way. So in front of me here I've seen 3 or 4 fish cruising around just on the edge of the ripples, so I'm gonna have a little go. Well, look at all the bluebells here. Quite a sight. Just a job for a few wedding pictures. Well, I've tried about 10 different little stop-offs every time I've seen a fish rise. But as my excuses go, they're only random rises, and they seem to just be well on the way again. Oh, and so I was saying, just look at the bluebells. This is a beautiful little valley here in Hury Reservoir, really picturesque. I can see this little section here seems to have its share of very small brown trout or rudd. I'll just see whether I can catch one for the camera. It's always miscellaneous dead birds. Oh, that's an okay fish. Bugger. Oh, that's a good fish. There we go. Off. Never mind, anyway. I think that's a brown trout, that one, just really close to the bank there. Right, so that's close enough for it to see, surely. Yeah, it's a little trout. Yeah, little brown trout. Wait. Well, that's a weird thing, isn't it? The Scotty dog on the bank. Strange. If you look down here, you can see these big hawthorn flies, these great black flies flying around. There's loads of them here in the grass. Just hooked into a completely mad rainbow.
Go on. Away you go. So it's on that little fly with the red head. I lost another one equally as excitable as that just minutes before. So my tactics are now this big bushy thing which is floating out on the water there. When I start drawing that in, it draws the interest of the fish, and then they see the little grub-like thing with the bright red head following it, and it seems as if that triggers the response you want. So 5 minutes ago there was just a lot of fish just suddenly started rising just here. It went from the water being dead to fish rising everywhere. There we go. It's another one. These fish are so fit. It. What a beautiful thing that is. It's so silver. Like This one. Ah, that one's taken the floating fly, and look at the tail. There's a great chunk missing off the tail.